All right, welcome back, the genius. So this is day 4, and let us continue our story. Okay, so we have been telling the story, the history of computers, how we started from um, finding ways to solve problems. In the early days, they were using counting sticks, using their fingers to do some counting. From there, they got to abacus. They did some Napier's bones, and today, let's take a look at the modern computer revolution. How has the modern computer revolution, as in how did the revolution actually occur? So that's what we'll be taking a look at today. Okay. So the modern computer, we'll be looking at the invention of microprocessor. This was the game changer. All right, the microprocessor was the game changer. We no longer use what was it called again? The abacus, the Napier's bones. We no longer use all those things. So we'll also take a look at the rise of personal computers. All right. Remember, most of the computers that were created before, they were not personal computers. They were big computers. So the first uh, the first two personal computers were Apple II and IBM PC. So we also take a look at the graphical user interfaces, how computers started having graphical user interfaces. We look at the Macintosh and Windows operating system. So they actually gave rise to, you can actually click something. You can actually use a mouse and click something on your user interface. So computer was just growing, okay? How shrinking hardware changed computing. So we are just going to take a look at some of these things, most of these things, okay? So what is the modern computer revolution? What does it entail? The modern computer revolution refers to the rapid advancement in computer technology. The modern computer revolution, it refers to the rapid advancement in computer technology. It refers to the rapid growth, rapid improvement in computer technology. Computer technology, after the World War II, a lot of people started doing research on computer technology. And because of the research, the revolution grew very fast. Okay. So the rapid advancement in computer technology over the last 50 years, that's what we are looking at. We are looking at how has grown, how computer technology has advanced over the last 50 years, where computers became smaller. So these are the results of this advancement. Computer became smaller, they became faster, they became cheaper and more powerful. Okay, and they started influencing almost every aspect of human life. See, computer technology has advanced so much that humans can't do without computers anymore. Computers it has affected human life. It has made people lose their jobs. It has made people to get smarter. It has done good and it has done bad. All right. So that's what we'll be looking at. That's what the computer revolution is all about. How computer over has grown over the last 50 years, how computers have grown over the last 50 years, how computers have become smaller, faster, cheaper, and more powerful over the last 50 years. So let's take a look at the journey. How did it even happen? Okay, so think of it like this. In the 1940s, computers could only solve a few math problems. We could only solve a few math problems. Took up entire building and cost millions of dollars. So look at it this way. In 1940, the first computer that was created could only do a few math problems, very few of them. They took up the entire building, like they were so big that they took up the entire space and they cost millions of dollars. But today, your smartphone can do billions of calculations per second. Meanwhile, that big computer in 1940, the first computer that was so big and cost millions of dollars, could only do a few math problems, very few. But your smartphone can do billions of calculations. So just do the comparison. The first computer could do very few math problems, but your smartphone today can do billions of calculations per second. Your smartphone can connect to the internet. Your smartphone can take pictures, photos, and your smartphone can fit in your hand. It's just and at a fraction of the cost, just very cheap. So you can see the advancement from 1940 to today. You can see that you can see the advancement. Smartphone can do billions of calculations per second, while the first computer that could do very few math problems. The first computer took a lot of space, but your smartphone can just fit into your hand. And the computer of 1942 can cost millions, but your smartphone can cost just very a fraction of the cost of the first computer. Excuse me. So you can see the advancement. So the advancement came in because of there was a lot of research. How could we make something better? That was the research to make the computer better, to make it smaller, to make it faster, all right? To make it consume less power, to make it cost less. This was the research that was being done, and it paid off well, okay? So let's take a look at the timeline of modern computer revolution. Let's take a look at how, at a particular time, at a given time, what really happened. So in 1970s, all right, the key technology in 1970s was the microprocessor invention. Microprocessors were invented. So you see these microprocessors, you can say CPU, because the microprocessor is the central processing unit, but the best name to call it is microprocessor. But I know most of you know it as CPU. All right. So the microprocessor was invented in 1970. So personal computer starts appearing. Apple One was the first one to appear in 1976. So microprocessors were invented. The first microprocessor was Intel 4004 in 1971. So because of the microprocessor that was invented, personal computers started appearing. The first personal computer that appeared was Apple One. So what we mean by personal computer is computers that were not used for businesses. Remember, the big computers before, they were used for businesses, and people couldn't afford it. But in 1970s, like especially in 1976, people started affording personal computers because they were smaller, they were cheaper, okay, because of the invention of microprocessors. So microprocessors changed the game, okay? So what was the impact? Computers became affordable for hobbies and small businesses. Remember, before the 1976, computers were just for business people because it was very costly. Computers were for government. It was very costly. So not everybody could afford it. But in 1976, especially in the 1970s, computers became affordable for people who could use it for hobby and for business and for small business. So the first one was the Apple One in 1976. So in 1980s, all right, in 1970s, the key technology was the invention of microprocessors. So in 1980s, there was rise of home computers. So IBM PC, Commodore 64, these were home computers. So introduction of graphical user interfaces. The key technology was there was rise of home computers. There was also introduction of graphical user interfaces. So users can actually see some of those programs on their monitor, and they can click on it. So Apple Macintosh in 1984. In 1970s, okay, the key technology was microprocessor. Personal computers started appearing. But in 1980, there was rise of home computers, IBM PC and Commodore 64, then introduction of graphical user interfaces. So when you're looking at, if you open your laptop now or even your phone, you're going to see some programs that you can click on. All those icons you're seeing on your phone or on your monitor, Those things are programs. Those things are software. So you can click on them. So that is what we mean by the graphical user interface. So there is a graphical user interface for users to use. Before then, there was nothing like graphical user interfaces. Okay. So in 1980s, graphical user interfaces came. Home computers also was in the rise. So it makes computing to be very user friendly. So computing becomes user friendly. More people start using computers at home because now there is a graphical user interface that can make it easy for them to use. So you can see that all these things has been tried to make life easier for people. So people started using computers. In 1990s, the key technology was the internet, Windows 95, early laptops, email, and websites. So this has to do, the key technology in 1990 was internet, Windows 95, early laptops, email, and website. So what was the impact? Computers become a communication and information tool for millions of people. So because of the internet, because of email, because of websites, because of early laptop, people can now communicate and share information over the internet. Using computers, people can communicate and share information. So computers became communication and information tools for millions of people. So you can see the advancement. You can see the growth. You can see the growth of modern computers, okay? So in 2000, the key technology was rise of smartphones, Wi-Fi, social media, cloud computing. This is how computer has been advancing. Rise of smartphones, Wi-Fi, social media, cloud computing, all these things came in the 2000s. In 1990s was the internet, email, all right? Windows 95. Okay. So the impact was that computers fit in our pockets, always connected. You can have your smartphone put in your pocket and it's always connected to the internet, connected to other computers in the world. Okay. So now in 2010 to present, the key technology is now artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence has taken the world. We also have blockchain, we have powerful mobile devices, we have quantum computing research. So this is 2010 till now. What is reigning now is artificial intelligence, blockchain, powerful mobile devices, quantum computing research. And this is what you're going to be learning in this career that you have chosen. So in this course, these are the things we'll be teaching you. All right, we'll be teaching you the internet, we'll be teaching you computer programming, artificial intelligence, blockchain. We are going to be, this is a journey that you have started, so you're going to be learning all these things, okay? So you're going to become a powerful computer programmer, all right? So what's the impact? Computers now can think like, see, they think and analyze data. They think like human beings. They transform industries like healthcare, finance, and education. So the impact here is that computers can now think like human beings. They can think and analyze data. They can behave like human beings. They are intelligent like human beings. So that's the impact of artificial intelligence, most especially artificial intelligence. We also have the blockchain. We have the powerful mobile devices, quantum computing research. Okay. So the key inventions and breakthroughs, microprocessor is the brain of modern computers. Microprocessor is the key invention, is the breakthrough. It is the brain of modern computers. So you can also say it's the CPU. It allows computers to be smaller, faster, and cheaper. So microprocessor was the reason why you can see computers are now everywhere because it made computers to be smaller, faster, and cheaper. Graphical user interface came along. It makes computers easier to use with icons, windows, and menus. So when you look at your monitor, you can actually click on icons. Those icons you're clicking, they are called software. When you click on the icon, the computer will run that software. But don't worry, you're going to be learning more about software, okay? Especially in the next week. Next week, you'll be learning about software, okay? So icons, windows, and menus, they made life easier for people who are operating computers because there is a graphical user interface. People can look at their monitor or yes, their screen, and they can click on icons and things will happen. Okay, so internet came along. It connects computers worldwide, allowing instant communication and access to information. All right, so smartphones came. combine computing, internet, camera, GPS, communication in one device. So smartphone is that device that has combined computing, internet, camera, GPS, and communication in one device. So smartphone is like that small phone, that small computer that has many capabilities. Artificial intelligence enables computers to learn, make decisions, and perform complex tasks. So artificial intelligence enables computers to learn, make decisions like human beings, and perform complex tasks. Cloud computing lets people to store and use data online instead of just on their own device. So with cloud computing, you can instead of storing data in your on your laptop on your personal computer, you can store this data online, and you can even use them. You can use data, you can use applications online. So you can be here in Nigeria and you're operating a computer that is in the US. That's what cloud computing is all about. You can you can use computers that are online. So all you have to do is to connect your own computer that is with you, connect it to the computer that is online via the internet, and you can you can use that computer that is on the internet. So cloud computing lets people to store and use data online instead of just on their own devices. So instead of storing the device on your device, you can store it online, and you can also use those computers online to do whatever you want to do with it. So what's the impact on society? Education. The impact on education is that there is an online learning platform. You can see that because of this impact, all right, you are now learning online. You are using our platform to learn online. There is digital libraries, there is virtual classrooms. So you can see now this is what this advancement has actually done. You can learn online. Our platform is an online platform and you're learning right now. So this is the impact of the advancement of computer. Businesses, we now have e-commerce, we now have online banking, we now have remote work. People can work remotely. Your dad or your mom does not need to go to a physical office to work. They can work from home. So that's what we mean by remote work. All right. E-commerce, people can buy. You don't need to go to shops again. You can buy things online. You don't even need to go to the bank. You can bank online, do your transactions online. So communication. Computer has made communication easy. Email, social media, instant messaging. Before computers, you would have to send letter through post or through the night post. All right, they will post and it will take days before it gets to the other person. But right now, with computer, communication is instant. All right, just instant with email, social media, and instant messaging. Entertainment, streaming movies, music, video games. People can now stream movies, watch movies online, stream them, music, video games. So these are the impact of computer on society. Science and medicine, powerful simulation, data analysis, medical imaging, AI diagnosis. So a lot of departments are actually enjoying this impact of computer. So what are the benefits? Speed. Tasks that took weeks can be done in seconds. Things that took us weeks or months to do can be done in seconds. Sending message can be done in seconds instead of weeks. All right. Tasks can be done in seconds now. Access to information, billions of websites and resources are just a search away. Okay, you can access information very easily. Connectivity, easy global communication. You can connect to your family members anywhere in the world. Automation. Machines handle repetitive tasks, freeing humans for creative work. So what is automation? Automation is the fact that computers can do things for us automatically without humans interference. All right? Without any human interfering, all right, computers can automate tasks for you, can do something for you automatically without any human interference. That's what we mean by automation. So, but even though we still have all these things, all these benefits, there are still some challenges. All right. Digital divide. Now, the thing is that because of digital divide, not everyone has access to technology. There are some people who still don't have access to computers and smartphones. So there are still challenges there. Okay, digital divide, not everyone has equal access to technology. Cyber security. There is risk of hacking. There are scams and data theft online. So cybersecurity is a very big challenge. Risk of hacking, scammers, are online, and people can thief data online because of everything is online now. So people scam people online, people can hack your data, people can thief your data, people can hack your computer. Privacy, companies and governments collecting personal data. All right. Most of these websites, they will collect your personal data. So there is privacy invasion here. Job displacement. Some of the jobs has been replaced by automation and AI. So because of computers can do things automatically for us without the interference or interference of humans, jobs has been replaced by computers. So nobody want to, people prefer to use computers than to employ human beings. So job displacement, okay, has also occurred because of computers are taking are doing things for us now. Okay, so fun facts for students: computer in your smartphone is millions of times more powerful than the one NASA used to send astronauts to the moon in 1969. So in 1969, NASA used computers to send astronauts to the moon in 1969. But guess what? A computer that could do something powerful like that, sending astronauts to the moon in 1969, the smartphone that you have on your phone, on your palm now, is more powerful, is a million times more powerful than that computer in 1969 that they used to send astronauts to the moon. So you can see the improvement. There is a progress, there is a big advancement. Okay, smartphones are millions of times faster than than the computer NASA used to send astronauts to the moon. So that's amazing. Okay, so in summary, the modern computer revolution is still ongoing. Every few years, new breakthroughs change the way we work, learn, play, and connect. Computer revolution is still going. It's still ongoing. It's still ongoing, and it will never stop. You can see from the 90s, 1900, it kept on evolving. It can never stop. It can never stop. The future may bring self-driving cars. Very soon we'll see cars driving themselves, everyday AI assistants, and quantum computers capable of solving problems we can't even imagine today. So this revolution is ongoing. Very soon there will be self-driving cars driving themselves, everyday AI assistants. You might not even need a human assistant again. AI will be your assistant. Okay, so let's take a look at the time. In 1949, in 1941, Z3 was the computer available. Okay, so I think this is where we wrap it up. Okay, so thank you very much. I will see you in the next class. Okay, if you don't understand anything, if you have any question, please reach out to us. Okay, we'll see you in the next class. Have a nice day.